but he is so good. I can tell you right now how good God is. You know, sometimes you have no idea where your blessing is coming from. Sometimes you don't even recognize that you need a blessing. But late last night, I was doing some work on the computer. And it's time for me to go to bed. So, well, I'll go to bed. I started to get up, not understanding that my body was not moving with me. When I stood up, my leg went. And falling, in a split second, I said, Lord, if I fall the way I'm falling, I was in the basement, I'm going to fall face forward on this concrete. And somehow God moved me to turn my body towards the television, and I fell, but I had a break. I grabbed on the TV door. I broke that, and I only wound up with a slight gash on my chin. It could have been another way. But he's so good. He's so good. Only him. And I think about life. I had death in the family yesterday. My cousin died, and he'd been ill for a while. But you know, sometimes we don't understand. But God has a way. And I'm here to tell you today that all his plans, his funeral, everything was worked out. He took care of it all before he closed his eyes. A young man. You know, and I think about that. You know, and I said, Lord, you knew when to take him. Some people would sit around and say, well, you know, I thought he would have been going home a long time ago. But you don't have any say-so. God kept him as long as he wanted to keep him. And when he took him at home, laying in bed, and he wasn't by himself. And I think, thank God, I have a special prayer going out for the Davis family today, you know, which includes the Donaldsons, the Youngs, and the Taylors. But no, I was thinking about going home. And my text today is, knowing the way home. Knowing the way home. You know, and I think about home. Some people call home their birthplace. Some say the land that they came from. Some people say their origin. Some people say a home is a house, residence, address, and dwelling. And that's all true. But, you know, I think about that, bringing it very personal. My sister's on her way home from Texas and stranded in Chicago. She didn't make it yet, but she was on her way. See, we sometimes are on our way going somewhere. And just because we said, I'm going home, you may not make it on the time schedule that you on. You know, sometimes there's trouble on the way. I know a lot of you have cars now with the GPS in it. You don't even have to worry about how to get home. You just talk to it and program it. And you'll be going all maybe 40, 50, 60 miles, and all of a sudden, the little voice come on, detour, detour. And sometimes they take you 30 and 40 miles out of the way. And sometimes you want to go your way, and you keep on going, and that little voice on the GPS says, turn now, turn to the next exit, turn on the next exit, because they figure you're going wrong. They don't know what's in your mind. They don't know. I don't know what's in your mind. But I know home. This happened to be my home. I was born in Buffalo. But my mother's home and my father's home is Tennessee. So that's where we originated. And that's okay. But I think about another home. I think a home called heaven. a perfect dwelling, a place after death, heaven where God and angels are. I think about all that. But when I really want to know, if you want to know your way home, do you really want to know your way home? I'm going to tell you how to get there. It says in Psalm 25, 4 and 5, in King Solomon, King James says, show me thy way, O Lord. Teach me the path. Lead me in thy truth. Teach me, for thou art God of my salvation. On these do I wait all day. Then I went over to Amplify. Show me your way, O Lord. Teach me your path. Guide me in your truth, not my truth, your truth, and faithfulness. And teach me, for you and you alone is the God of my salvation. You know, and only you. You know, when I look at what's going on, he's teach. I don't know much. God has every answer we need. So now, if you really want to go home, ask God to show you. Ask God to show you, because you don't know how to get there. Now, the world will give you a way to get there. See, the world will tell you, you don't have to go home right now. You're only 25. You're only 35. You're only 40 years old. So you ain't got to live right. You can do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. You got time. And old saying says, some folks will say, God don't even have your wings made yet. And here we go, believing what God doesn't have our wings. God has everything. Everything we need.